So when the chaos of life comes at you, you are better prepared. When the chaos of life comes through, because it's coming, you. Hey now, how is everybody doing? Welcome to Alert Diaries with Tanya E. I don't know if you're the type of person that everybody's constantly going to get a strategy, to get a solution, to help them develop some sort of way out of the situations that they find themselves in. If you're working on a job or functioning in your own business, you are the one that has to come up with the strategies and the solutions, develop the processes and procedures to make sure that everything is okay. So when you find yourself in a position when you recognize that you are carrying the world's burdens and you have no place to lay down your own, what do? When you realize that if you stop, everything around you will fall apart. And some of us are not in a position where we can truly let that happen because you're the only one in your home that's keeping everything going. And if you're anything like me, you got babies in tow that are relying on you to keep things going, to make sure things are stable, because the life that you once knew no longer exists. And you're the only one now that's carrying the reins. So what do you do? Well, let me share with you what I did when I found myself in a similar position where the burdens that I was carrying, I had to lay down. I want you to get this now so that you don't end up in a position like I did, where you find yourself running so much, trying to solve everything in the world, and your body decides it is done. So instead of doing what you thought to make certain everything would stay okay and the processes and procedures that you put in place could be fully maximized, you find yourself laid up in the hospital because your body decided, if you don't know how to stop, I definitely will. I don't want you to be there. And it was in that moment that I discovered this thing that supported me on the journey. You need to rest. When you are unclear about the next steps that you truly need to take, you need to rest. So rest became an acronym for 4 areas of my life that I had to step in the middle of to make certain we're shored up. The R stands for relationships. There are relationships in your life that you're going to need to make certain are in place and intact in order for you to continue to do the thing that you have constantly been doing to make sure everything around you is okay. E is for emotions. You're going to need to get a handle on your emotions in order for you to be able to continue to press through and navigate the chaos that keeps trying to come in on you. S is spiritual. Your spiritual life is really a key component that will get you through the journey so that you can still make it out safely on the other side of the chaotic moments that's trying to take you down. And then T. T is tangible. It's typically those things in your life that you have to physically deal with in order for it to continue to move forward. Walking through these 4 elements of rest is not going to be easy because it takes strength not to respond to the negativity when relationships break down. It takes strength to stand in faith when you're spiritually depleted, wondering, where is God when all of this is happening to me? And it takes strength to press through when the things in your life that you thought would be there to support you on the journey fail you. Rest is a good tool, but it is not easy. But here's the thing I want you to know. You are the one that builds the strategies for those first-of-a-kind issues that often arise because you were built for such a time as this. You are the one that develops those creative solutions for those complex problems because people know that when they get to you, you will find a way to make it work because you were built for such a time as this. You're a developer, and that is part of your strength. But here's the thing that helped me really seal in that thought. The role that you once played, whether it was a spouse, a professional, or full-time parent, that shaped your identity. But now, everything's changed. And with that change comes uncertainty. What if this is your opportunity to redefine you, rediscover a newer version of yourself that's built for this moment in time? This is your chance to create that reset moment, the identity that aligns with who you really are and not just who the world expects you to be. Think about it like this. If you have your phone tied to a Bluetooth, the further away you get from your phone, the weaker the signal gets, and you could possibly lose power to your Bluetooth. But when you decide to go closer to the source, the signal gets stronger. You get renewed power. I want you to know that the same thing happens for you when you decide to go back to the source of your strength. And when I made a discovery, when I finally got out of the hospital, y'all, that Jesus was my source and that me doing the thing that I do well, because there's still power in my strength, but we were never designed to function alone. And I kept trying to do everything on my own because the relationships that I had failed me. My emotions were all over the place. My spiritual life, a little bit everywhere because some of y'all know my religious roller coaster ride. But when I pause and let Jesus truly be present as a community to keep me, to support me, to help me in the places that I had no strategy for, no strength for, and no insight on how to truly move through it, I was renewed. And rest became a foundational stance that I still walk in today. Because you may not be able to find a community that can support all the areas of your multifaceted elements of your being. But Jesus knows you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, and He can join you on the journey in all those areas and give you the insight to rest, reset, and recharge. Letting Jesus join you on the journey gives you the chance to rest so that you can birth that book. It gives you the chance to rest so you can deliver that presentation. It gives you the chance to rest so that you can raise your children. And it gives you the chance to rest when you need to be reminded of your glory so that you can thrive in the midst of whatever is going on in the rest of your story. So you can do all the things you need to do. Being connected to the source of all things gives you insight on the places that you can go that will allow you the chance to reclaim your identity, rebuild what got broken, and be renewed so you can thrive. Resting lets you wait. Waiting lets you see. And seeing gives you the chance to allow God to be present in your life when you are finding yourself in the midst of unknowns so that you can continue to press through. And so for today, if anything that I've shared resonates with you, then it is time to reset. So like, comment, and share this information with others. And here's the next level note that I want to leave you with. You see, I've given you insight about allowing Jesus to join you on the journey. And for a lot of us, you're like, I'm living in the real world, Tanya. That is not realistic. It is not going to help. But here's the thing I need you to recognize. When you have the principles and precepts that God has placed to support you on your journey, just like the principle of gravity exists around you and fully functions whether you believe in it or not, the principles of God, when you apply them in your life, will function all around you. But if you believe in it, you get a greater opportunity to rest in the assurance of it. So when the chaos of life comes at you, you are better prepared. When the chaos of life comes through, because it's coming, you can find rest in the middle of the storm, and you'll be more inclined to recognize your strengths, because the developer in you knows strategy. The developer in you knows how to rebuild. The developer in you is a strength that you'll have more clarity about how to tap into so that you can move into a better direction and start thriving in your future instead of barely making it by because you are carrying the world on your shoulders. I know what it's like because I've been there. And I don't want you to have to walk through that any further. And there are countless others that have applied the principles that exist in the basic instruction book before leaving earth. But when you let Jesus join you on the journey, you have the opportunity to have the author of the book give you a step-by-step unique strategy that is designed just for you, because you'll be powered with the source so that you can move on with the next part of your journey. And if you want someone to join you on the journey, feel free to go to my website, tanyaehood.com. There you can click on the Work With Me tab and see the various ways that we can work with one another. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.